Hey MGTOWs, this is Vention. Sure is a cold, ugly, chilly, dank Seattle afternoon today. But any day off is a good day. I'm just hanging out here doing a little bit of maintenance on my wood chipper. And as soon as I get that out of the way, I'm going to put a new radiator in my dad's van. It's been the thing has got, I've got an infrared testing device, and the temperature going into the radiator of the coolant is pretty much as hot as it is going coming out of the radiator. It's just about as hot as it is going in, so that radiator is shot. So I'm just thinking about warmer climates. I accidentally put this thing together with the little swash plate upside down, so I don't get a good airflow, so the whole thing jammed up on me. So I'll just take it apart and fix it. It's a heck of a deal. I got the shredder for free, so free is good. I'm a big fan of free and frugal. You know, lower cost for a decent lifestyle, and that brings me around to the reason I am making this video. Basically, I had to get two heat sources going in this garage because it's friggin' cold in here. Anyway, I was interacting with a couple of MGTOW that I've subscribed to fairly recently. One of them is by the channel of MGTOW Expat, and of course an expat is somebody who's expatriated from the country. And the other one is his channel name is Triangle Hat, and he's a guy from Australia. And man, I am strongly suspecting that feminism is a heck of a lot worse over there than it is even in the US. And I mean, they're probably right up there with Sweden, and man, I feel for those guys over there. But basically these two guys, they have hacked the system. They've either saved their money, or they got their careers adjusted around, or they got their money straight enough to expatriate and live on just a fraction, live comfortably on just a fraction of what we need here in the U.S. And man, is that ever tempting. One guy, I mean, he's doing I think he's teaching English, and you can like spend a few months and get what they call an English as a second language teaching certificate, and you can go over there and earn like a couple $1,000s a month, and easily only spend $1,000 a month for your expenses. And I'm doing that here, you know. But it's taken like years to adjust my lifestyle around and buy this house at, you know, time it and watch the whole real estate market, and then pick up the house at the very bottom of the market. And it's basically it was a little bit of luck, and it was a lot of planning ahead too. So I am in a good position. You know, I spend about maybe a little less than half of my take-home pay, and the remaining amount is either wasted on whatever, you know. In fact, I waste a lot even in that 48% or whatever that I do spend, but I really don't need to spend any more than that. So but I could arrange things probably so that I'm in the same position over there. And man, You can, according to one of Triangle Hat's videos, you can like eat in restaurants every day for a week, all 3 meals, and you're paying like $80. And if you want to cook for yourself, man, you can live on practically nothing. And that is really attractive to me. I saw this other video where this young couple have moved over there, and they were doing a grand tour until suddenly they discovered that their visas were missing. They lost them, or somebody stole them, or something, and they were stuck in Cambodia. And then they started getting really comfortable there while they were waiting for their new visas to come down. And then they decided to stay. And they bought a house on some property, and they have a garden going, and they have and she's an English teacher, and she can earn money there, and he is an electrician, and he can earn money there. And you can't earn what you earn here, probably, but it is infinitely better as far as like expenses to costs, to income, than it is here in the U.S., or certainly better in Australia, because they're getting really squeezed over there. So that is looking really promising. And with the lifestyle there, it almost kind of makes me wonder, why we get so many immigrants in the U.S. Man, some of those people are leaving a really good thing over there. So that's kind of my plans. I was planning on expatriating to Central America, but over in Cambodia, it's like Asia, and it's the people tend to be a little more calm and less fiery, and with less physical violent outbursts, and and they're all very polite, and it's I think that place probably suits my personality better than Central America. No offense to Central Americans, but I don't like human roller coasters. I don't. It's like, yay, we're going downhill, woo, and then we're going up. It's like, I don't like that many emotional ups and downs. Just give me a nice steady life. So basically, I'd like to get something about what I have here. I'd like a house on an acre or a half acre, and I'd like to grow some bananas, and I'd like to I'd raise some chickens, and I'd also like a service truck with a welder and air compressor and some tools, and possibly a generator, and then do some field service work. Especially if it's like engines and whatnot that I am familiar with, I could make probably some decent money. And I was running the numbers recently, and with the savings that I have, I could probably live, if my income got cut off here, I could probably live about 4 years before I had to sell the house. And if that's the case, if I can do that here in the U.S., I could probably live 15 years or so, maybe 20 over there. And if I like maybe sell the house here, or maybe buy a condo or something and rent it out, then I'd have a steady income stream coming from the U.S. But I don't know if that's a good idea. We're having a economic recession already, and we're going to get a serious economic meltdown pretty soon, and the dollar's going to fall if what I see is coming happens. And then we're going to be in a situation where the US dollar is going to be really cheap, and retirees who are over in Cambodia and trying to live on an American retirement will suddenly find themselves in a situation where they are not nearly as wealthy as they had hoped that they would be. So maybe I don't want my income dependent on the US. I could do some investing, maybe buy some apartments or something in Cambodia, and then I would have all my eggs in one basket in one country. So anyway, there's a lot to think about and really consider, and I'm not going to make real concrete plans until I can get over there and really look at the place and really decide, because I don't want to blindly jump into something. That's not my personality. So yeah, that's what I would highly recommend for anybody who's feeling kind of confined and trapped in the West, as most MGTOWs are, and consider the possibility that maybe the U.S. is not necessarily you are not, just as Tyler Durden said, you are not your job, you are not your khakis, you are not your whatever, and I'd like to add to that you are not your race, you are not your country, those are things that have been placed upon us, and expectations that have been dumped on us through our childhood and upbringing. But it's up to us as MGTOW to decide whether or not that is really relevant to us. So and if that's the case, maybe another country might just be what the doctor orders. And even if you, well, the family court doesn't exist supposedly over there, so maybe it might actually be safe to move in with a woman over there. But maybe not. I don't think it's worth the trouble for me. Okay, well, that's about all I got for you. I am strongly considering expatriating, and I have sort of shifted my goal from Central America to Cambodia or possibly Vietnam. So it looks like the cost of living is lower there, and the people are a little more calm, and I think that might be just what the doctor ordered. So I'm going to get back to this chipper, and I will see you guys around, and don't get married.